This video is to address the issue of reinstalling your node. You might have checked the status of your node only to realize that it doesn't appear to be up. If this is the case, we'll see about redeploying our node. This video will follow the documentation located on the GitHub and should go to the address shown for the most up-to-date documentation. Before we begin, make sure we have the information from the Master of Ceremony with your initial credentials. Also have available the keys that were generated during the initial ceremony. We'll use both the hex address as well as the password. You should also have access to the downloaded JSON file and a text editor such as Atom in order to access this file. And finally, be able to access your SSH keys just in case we need to log into our server. After ensuring you have all this information, we can now go back to the GitHub and deploy to Azure. But before we do that, we have to make sure we're on the proper branch. Select the Alpha Test Network, then deploy. This will launch the portal page. You may need to provide your credentials if you haven't logged into the site yet. I've already logged in, so I'm taken directly to the appropriate page within the site. This is where we're going to enter our information. I'm going to select location first. I've selected Korea as I'd like to be different from the others just in case something happens with perhaps the West Coast. My node shouldn't be affected. For the resource group, the site is extremely picky with regard to characters. Keep it as simple as possible. I'm using Oracle's Proof of Authority Delta as this is my 4th install. I find incrementing each time Alpha, Beta, Charlie, etc. helps with management. If you have any problems, it's probably due to the fact the site won't allow you to use certain types of characters like capital. Now we have to enter our node full name. This is just your name. This will identify yourself to all looking into the network. Next is your email. Select an email that you don't mind the world being able to see. I've actually made a little mistake there, but that'll be fixed later. We need to go back to that information we got from the original ceremony DApp, basically the purple page that you may have saved or printed out. We're going to need the mining key information, specifically the mining address, as well as the password. Here I've pasted over the mining address. Now I need to just simply copy over the password into the mining key pass field. You've noticed I've skipped over the mining key field. That's because I need to go back and get to the JSON files I downloaded during the initial ceremony DApp. Here I need to open up the mining key JSON file and copy everything within the file. After copying that into the clipboard, go back to the portal page and just paste that all within the mining key file field. For the admin username, just pick first name, initial, last name. Opening up a terminal window, and let's copy over our SSH public keys. This will allow us to access the server should we need to in the future. After making a copy to the clipboard, let's paste that over into our SSH public key field, and then open up the original notification received by our Master of Ceremony. Here we're going to need to copy over the netstats server, paste that, go back, and paste the password provided. Let's double check that everything looks okay, and once it looks okay, we'll hit purchase. This will start the process of spinning up our virtual machine. This process is quite involved and time-consuming. We'll see that it's deploying the template deployment. Again, this will take quite some time. See, I wasn't lying. It took quite some time. Well, it finally looks like it's about done. It's all done. It's pinned it to our dashboard, and we can now see that our virtual machine is actually running. Let's open up our website for testnet status and ensure that we actually see our node running. Here we see my name on the bottom, my node's not running, and everything looks all right. All right, I hope this was helpful. Your node now should be running, and you should be able to see it on the testnet, and then also in the future on the mainnet. Have a great time. Enjoy.